Hello and welcome back. Happy Friday to everybody tuning in. Hope everybody's had a fantastic week. We're almost to the weekend, so everybody will be able to chill out a little bit, and enjoy your time off, hopefully. We're back with some more Auction Not Included. Continuing off from yesterday, just surpassed the 500th cycle, which is quite a bit. Made quite a bit of, well, no, actually, I feel like yesterday we didn't get a lot accomplished. We set up a rocketry program for our duplicates, got the infinite storage for nuclear waste filled, I guess. Started generating rad bolts for the engine. Nuclear reactor was done the episode before, so that wasn't really a big talking point. I did start cooling this petrified fossil with just a quick little steam turbine. It is producing quite a bit of heat for in the surrounding area, but it's all to slowly cool us down. For the bionic duplicates, I also created a gunk boiler. We're still waiting for it to heat up. It's got some time still. We're only at 131 degrees. We need this all the way up to 450, 500 degrees. So we got a while on that still. But this will generate us some petroleum and some sulfur. For sulfur specifically, where did I plant that? Right here. I have a grubfruit plant that I planted. I do need a critter to rub this plant. So right now it's going to grow up as a spindly grubfruit plant, and it gives spindly grubfruit, which is not the same as grubfruit. If it's rubbed by a divergent, so that's either a sweetle or grub, it will turn into a grubfruit plant. Which will give us grubfruit as an output product. Grubfruit we're going to use to make a mixed berry pie for the hermit, so we can finally get along to recruiting him. So that is the goal of this episode. How is this? Oh, nice. I actually have whatchamacallit ready. So we are going to grab a sweetle egg. I could probably grab a grub egg directly, right? Nope, doesn't look like it, unless I'm looking past it. So I'll just grab a sweetle egg and relocate that up to the area that we want it to be in. I don't know how I always miss this farm. We're also going to incubate this. I want this more quickly than waiting, 50 cycles for dash. The Shatterflax did. So let's put 3 in here, and I'm not gonna change this yet. I still have 6. Wait, no, I only have 4 flaxes in here. Let's just change it to 4 for now, so we don't put additional in. We want to start transitioning the farm over, so our rancher will come over, pick this guy up, deliver him to the farm, and the Shatterflax will give us some glass, which is nice. We could also do a glass forge, that's not hard or anything. We have the sand and the power now at this point, so we could definitely do that. I just wanted to try out the Shatterflaxes instead. Okay, so we're gonna set up a incubator and put some automation on it. Let's do a time sensor. So we'll get the sweetle born in shorter order. I don't actually know where we got the. Okay, we have 42 tons of sulfur. Okay, that's good. We must have had sulfur in one of the biomes that I dug up and I didn't necessarily realize. For the automation, we're gonna kind of copy what I did over here, where you just have it active for a period of time instead of all the time, just to save some power. At this point in the game, it's not a big deal. Earlier in the game, though, it is a big deal when you're power starved and you're always trying to keep up. It can be a kind of a big chore to do that. Both of our rockets are landed. Let's get these going. I don't know why you're chilling in here. Oh, you're storing oxide. That's fine. Okay, so we have plastic. We have we have oxalate and food. So this is good. So let's summon crew. Actually, I went to this one last time, right? Is there anything else? I need a liquid tank for this. For this mostly. To get some isosap for Visco gel is probably mostly what I'm interested in. I don't have petroleum yet because the gunk boiler hasn't heated up yet, so not too interested in that. Yeah, and these are really hot too. Well, magma and iridium are very hot. Oxygen and hydrogen are very cold. So I'm probably just gonna go back here and go to this point of interest. So let's set the destination just over there. I should have enough fuel range in the rocket. So crew should be coming. There you go. That should be the rest of our warnings, and let's go. I am going to unequip the suit. Also going to remove this plastic down here just to not sweep. Just so he doesn't have to run back and forth to grab plastic all trip long. And with this rocket, we don't have the petroleum yet. So I think let's reset this. Let's get a rancher over. Lullaby the egg. That will increase the incubation rate from 7% per cycle to 33% per cycle, which is nice. So in 3 cycles, the Sweetle will be born and can start rubbing against this plant for the to turn it into a grub fruit plant. The last thing I needed was I needed a gassy move. That's what I needed. I needed natural gas. This doesn't come from very many sources. This is all the uses. You can use an oil refiner with crude oil. We don't have crude oil on this planet. Excuse me, sorry, I'm sneezing. So the other the other place you can get it is from gassy moves, eating some gas grass or plant husks. We're gonna do plant husks as our original goal. Can we get this from anywhere else? Oil well, slicksters. Honestly, slicksters might not be the worst idea in the world. Because we have a bunch of carbon dioxide that we haven't been tending to get rid of. So aside from the temperature, we'd have to warm it up because slicksters need a warm environment. It'd actually be probably a pretty good idea. So it's either gassy moves with plant husks or slicksters with carbon dioxide. Slicksters with carbon dioxide have the added benefit of, well, 2 added benefits actually. We could get rid of carbon dioxide, as well as giving us crude oil, which we can convert into petroleum, which we can get both obviously petroleum and natural gas out of. I like that idea more. What we're gonna do is do something like that. So this can control carbon dioxide from both sides of the base. I think I could also uncork this. It produces a lot of chill for sure, but well, I say a lot, not really. It's just cold. It doesn't produce a lot of chill by any means. But this ladder network is kind of in the way. If I wanted like a proper 96 tile farm for sixers, you know, it's gonna be this big, right? I hate kind of the segmented ladder going down and back and forth and everything. Pretty annoying in my opinion. But it would give us more carbon dioxide. Breathable, yes, yes. It's because you have carbon dioxide at the bottom. Let's turn that pump on. And that pump will pump out the atmosphere at the bottom of the rocket, and it'll pick up both oxygen and carbon dioxide. So I have this powerless vent here, which will, if it detects oxygen, it'll open this vent. If it detects carbon dioxide, it'll close the vent. And so long as your vent afterwards is unblocked, this works pretty decent. If it's over pressurized, which we're seeing actually, it will let oxygen escape. But it's only 50 kilograms at a time. It's not that big of a deal. But it will slowly pull out the carbon dioxide. So we have plenty of oxalate, so that's not a big deal. It'll just help us clean out the bottom of the rocket. So I think I'm going to I think I am going to do sixers instead of gassy moods. It's just going to be a lot more convenient, and we get extra petroleum out, which I'm going to need on this side of the base for the rocketry program. I think is what I'm going to be doing. I could also use that petroleum for something like a sour gas boiler, which would be very nice on the water generation side. Sour gas boiler will convert. You can do crude oil directly. Hell, you can do plastic as well. But in the most standard form, it takes petroleum and it converts it to sour gas. And then the sour gas can be cooled back down into. Hold on, I don't want to misspeak. It can be cooled back down into liquid methane. I'm glad I didn't say anything. Liquid methane and sulfur. And then the liquid methane can be heated back up into natural gas. It's a very, very efficient process as far as the materials you're gaining out of it. And it will give you a lot of natural gas out. If you provide a full, my numbers might be a little bit wrong, but it'll give you kind of a sense of scale. If you provide a full 10 kilograms per second of petroleum into the petroleum boiler, it will give you enough natural gas to power, I think, like 36 natural gas generators, which is obviously a ridiculous amount of power. But the added benefit is it also gives you back polluted water. So that gives you back 67.5 grams per second of polluted water times 30 or whatever it is. That's very respectable water generation at that point. Bunch of carbon dioxide as well, which you can feed to sixers and get more crude oil and then get more petroleum and yada yada yada, right? So there's a lot of things you can do with it, for sure. One of the things I'm interested in with crude oil, $3.99. Gunk requires $4.50 to boil, and then petroleum will sublimate to sour gas at 540. So what we could do, once this actually converts over to like petroleum and is properly running, I could also feed crude oil into the same system. Funny enough, the danger you have is, since this is going to be warmer than strictly the crude oil requires, it's going to be like 400, what did I say, 447. So this is going to be probably 450 degrees, right? The danger is the counterflow is going to be too hot, especially around like this section right here. It's going to be too hot to for the crude oil coming in, and it will boil the crude oil in the pipes. That's the danger of sharing the design, but you can get around that by limiting the input to under 1 kilogram per second of crude oil. This goes for vents as well, or gas pipes as well. If you have 1/10 of the liquid, like the maximum allowable liquid through the pipe. So in this case, it would be for liquid pipes, it'd be 1 kilogram per second. In ventilation pipes, it's 100 grams per second. Since ventilation pipes can only carry 1 kilogram per second, a tenth of that is going to be 100 grams per second. So anyways, my point is, if the pipe is carrying 1/10 of the overall capacity, no matter what temperature the liquid in this case reaches inside the pipe, it won't state change. And what will happen is, even if the crude oil is 450 degrees, it will continue all the way through here and then drip out. And when it drips out and lands here, even if this had no temperature in it, it was just like 0 degrees or whatever, the crude oil would fall down, and as soon as it formed a liquid tile, it would convert into petroleum, which would be nice. Okay, sorry, let's keep this going. So I'm gonna do slicksters. I'm doing an audible. I'm gonna need 3 more prints though, but I can start setting up the farm. I am gonna also want to move this ladder shaft as well. So I'm gonna have to go, what did I say, all the way out to, yeah, even past here even. I could move it over here. But the reason I was doing it over here was to more quickly draw in this carbon dioxide. That was kind of my intention. I don't need, and I could make use of this vent. So yeah, let's do that. Let's move this ladder shaft over here. Let's move a wire. Probably not for the last time. I think I'm just gonna go straight up, actually. Let's cancel this. I just want this wire to go straight across. It'll look nicer. Alright, and I just want to spin my new pseudo ladder shaft, my main ladder shaft. I'm gonna need like heaters and stuff in here. Smell nice, nice. All that can go. Where does 96,000 actually put us? Just to the left of that. New principle. Alright, pretty much just intercepting these charges. And a slickster. is between, it has to be above 50 degrees C. Yep. That is a bit of a bummer that I will be introducing heat here, but I mean I need the airflow no matter what, which is a bit unfortunate. Can I not deconstruct these two buildings? Alright. So I get that tire. Oh, you're gonna be dropping crude oil. Ah, shoot. I think I wanted these mesh tiles at the bottom. That's unfortunate. Probably just these. Actually, not that one. That should be my door. I'm doing that just to make sure no crude oil runs off the side, annoyingly. Then we can... I should probably do insulated tiles just so we don't continue to have, you know, I want to constrain the heat as much, or yeah, the heat as much as possible in here, but I still need the carbon dioxide to flow into this area. I guess what I could do is use gas pumps and just pump it in. That might be an idea, actually. That way I could insulate all this. I'd probably want to filter the gas pump, to be honest. Alright, I'm gonna need this bottom section no matter what, because I need to catch the crude oil, so I'm sure I'll leave that as is. I do think... Hold on. Okay, sorry. So I think I want something... Just insulate these tiles instead. I can't do much about these, unfortunately. Nope, can't do that either. Oh well, this will heat up a little bit, no big deal. The question is... Well, I guess it's not really... Well, it is a question. How do I get the carbon dioxide from over here into here? I guess let's let it flow through still. And I am going to uncork this now, because I do want more carbon dioxide. Which is funny. People normally never say that, because carbon dioxide's usually not that helpful. Okay, so that's going on. How's our pilot doing? Okay, still doing everything. Carbon dioxide's gone. I can turn off this pump just for power saving reasons. I did insulate the rest of the top of here, so hopefully less heat from meteor showers will be injected into this biome. Less work for this cooling loop as well, which is nice. We're up to 140 degrees. 150 degrees. Red check. We have 1400. 1400, yeah, sure. We're also getting diamonds out, which is nice. More diamond. I actually probably don't need to do that right now, to be completely honest. Yeah, I mean, I have 13 tons of diamonds. That's quite a bit. I did want to start thinking about expanding this cooling loop to more areas of my base. Harold. We probably have a very poor agriculture. Not great. Oh well. 71% on our Sweetle. Growthfoot's growing pretty decent. They only take 4 cycles to grow, which is pretty nice. I only have 1 seed, so I'm waiting for this seed to multiply on me. Alright, more carbon dioxide. We can analyze it. It's not going to be a lot. Liquid turns into gas at a 1-to-1 ratio, so this is 500 grams per second when it is active. So I don't know what the average output is going to be. We will see shortly. We're going to need a pump. I do want to make it out of gold amalgam because it will it'll get decently warm in here. We're going to need power. I think I'm just going to put a transformer just directly off the line. But I am going to make this out of conductive wire because I'm going to be powering a few things in here. Heaters first, just to heat up this place. Actually, I'm probably going to have to keep the heaters here forever because the surrounding environment's cold, more chill, right? So it's going to want to tend to chill this down. So I'm gonna need it there all the time. Oh, I need... Okay. Oh, I don't have field research over here. Who's my Echo? You're my guy. What don't you have? Just a basic research booster, probably. Yeah. Man, you need everything else. I guess I can take off some machinery here. So let's make a researching booster here. We'll get Echo with that booster, so we can analyze these geysers. I'm going to put some temperature sensors here. I don't want to heat it up too much, but and pressure sensor. You know what we need as well We need a drop-off room for eggs. Is this a good idea? I was gonna ship eggs down here. Is that a good idea though? For any sort of incubation activity, Bionex would have to come down in here into the crude oil, which I don't like. So let's not do that. The thing is, we still need a warm area because we don't want the, if it's below, just do 50 degrees for now. So that should warm up pretty fast. You already see it warming up the area pretty quick. Where is this salt water coming from, guys? Excuse me? Did I have more ice melt or something? I don't know. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's pretty annoying. Alright, in any case. Echo, you can drop that, get that. Oh, the Rexes, that's right, the Rex ate something. Can you relocate up here? I don't want you there. That's happened a couple times already, and I say what it is every time, and then I don't do anything about it. Do I just move this over one tile? No, because I want an incubator in here as well. Crap. And this is an industrial machine, so I can't have that in the whatchamacallit, in the stable or anything. So let's just move this down. We're gonna move this down. We're gonna have these be floors. Also need that to be a save tile. I'm gonna build that out of Norman's house. That wasn't what I wanted. Oh, yeah, it was. I was just gonna build a wall here. Oops. Alright. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of room. Let's get an incubator in here. So weird spot for that. Okay. So this should be warmer. It is a bummer it's leaking heat though. It's aggravating to me, especially down here. I mean, I guess the steam turbine's leaking heat anyways, but I guess the carbon dioxide will keep stuff a bit more chill. Echo, I need your priority to involve researching errands. I think this is a researching errand. Yeah. Yep, you can tell with all the not permitted because I don't really allow anyone to do researching. And this needs to be a 6 egg, which we don't have yet, so it's probably not even gonna show. Okay. Ranches are kind of prepared. Oops. Do that here. So when the ranched slicksters consume carbon dioxide, they'll excrete crude oil. Crude oil will generally fall down here. When I reach a certain level, 100 kilos, pump will turn on, pump it out. This will be in some crude oil, I don't care. All the extra eggs will be brought to this room. I'll incubate a 6 egg, which will repopulate the farm. Oh my god, I looked over it like 4 times. So all of the 6 will go here, which will repopulate the farm. And I do need nope, not iridium. It's not that hot down here. Power all this. New principal. Probably just gonna throw this to the different scepter. Okay. Alright. This farm is kind of online. I just need the slicksters to start it. And we'll get some crude oil. I also need an area to refine the crude oil. Because I would put it through this gunk boiler to boil in this fashion, just because it's more efficient. Essentially, it's a 1-to-1 conversion from crude oil to petroleum, instead of if you use an oil refinery. Hold on 1 second. I have to go AFK. I'm back, sorry about that. My cat was making weird noises. False alarm though. Just coughing up a hairball or something. Okay, so slickster farm, I just need the slickster. Crude oil to petroleum, if you boil it through a petroleum boiler or something similar, it'll be a 1-to-1 conversion. But we actually want the inefficiency from the, what is it even called? Jeez. Oil refinery. This will convert the 10 kilograms of crude oil to 5 kilograms of petroleum, but more more conveniently to 90 grams of natural gas as well. So we're gonna take this and put this somewhere. I don't know where. We want it to be somewhat conveniently located. We're also gonna have to take the natural gas and run it over here. Nope, sorry. Over here to our kitchen as well. So maybe like put it here or something. It is going to generate quite a bit of heat, but I'm not going to be using it often, so I'm not worried about the heat becoming too much of a burden or anything like that. How's our peat doing up here? Yeah, we have plenty of peat. I do think I want to convert a third ranch to plum-lums. At this point, I'm more interested in algae than I am peat at this point. So kill off the lums and get some plum-lums in there instead. Yeah, all the algae is going over here. Okay. Alright, just need the Sixter now. This is still too hot to get into. Okay, this is still mining. About full. 80% or so of the way, so almost done. As far as databanks are concerned, we have 160 databanks, which is great. Oh, I wish I could stop them from doing that. It's just a waste of travel for them. They get the frost resistant buff, which is nice. They're immune to soggy feet, but as long as I'm not doing anything wrong, they shouldn't be running through any liquid. So that is pretty pointless for them to have. Oh yeah, Echo can do our research here now. That's nice. That's probably why he's doing this instead of analyzing the geyser down there. But that's alright, not a big deal. Although his research speed is very slow. It's not fast at all. What is it? Oh, it's 10. It's not the worst in the world. You can also do geotuning for us as well. That is if what's this guy's name? Otto's in space. Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm probably gonna have to have it a bit warmer in here. But I'm waiting for a Sixter before I turn up the temperature at all. Yeah, even though this is active now, we still have like almost no polluted water. I figured we are kind of in a situation where we're using a lot of our polluted water vent just on oxygen generation. So that doesn't surprise me at all. This guy still hasn't dropped an egg yet, huh? It's gotta be pretty soon, I think. I don't know. Okay, they're doing some low priority digging. I know it's probably not going to happen. I kind of want to automate this to where if both of these diamond presses have full storage, I'll turn off this these Red Bull generators. Well, I also want to have it depend on the rocket as well. So if all three are full of rad bolts, I kind of want to turn these on. I guess maybe I just don't care. Maybe I just eat the power costs. I mean, since I have plenty of power at this point with the nuclear reactor, you know, it's pretty nice. Just thinking about different things. A random tropical Paku is just chilling there. I'm not researching anything. I guess I should start something. Hey, alright, this is analyze. Oof. Average output. 172 grams per second. I mean, I knew it was going to be low, and that's not a surprising number to me, really. Let's copy this. Paste it. I want to make sure the rancher has enough time to be up there and then travel down here, so reset it. How much are these running lately? Yeah. 92. I figured it'd be pretty often. I would mop up the water down here, but I don't think the liquid pipes cool well enough with just a crappy little, you know, carbon dioxide polluted oxygen atmosphere. I don't think it cooled well enough. So if I enclose this in a hydrogen filled room, then I'd be okay with it, but I don't have any plans of doing that. Alright, it was full. Let's get you back here. And I want you to equip your suit. So I don't have to remember when you're landing. So, 190 databanks, as well as all the stuff you gathered, which is great. I was thinking about potentially geotuning carbon dioxide geyser, but it takes polluted dirt. I mean, I have polluted dirt. I don't have like a crazy sustainable source of polluted dirt. It's pretty low. I get some from like water sieves. I get some from my Paku when they eat. But yeah, I mean that's about it. Wait, did I just see 4 fish in here? Yeah, so I mentioned it last episode. There is a chance to hatch at the same time and fall in at the same time. And that will bring their... Wait. Why do they still have a 7%? I was thinking that'd be a 0%, to be honest. Alright, well, they still produce a little bit, but they don't produce as well as these guys over here, which is 67% per cycle, because they're happy. So these guys are unhappy, so they are not going to produce very well. So, like I said, pretty much you're just waiting for one of them to die off. This one's going to die off in a cycle, so not worried about it. I do, like, strictly speaking, yes, I do lose egg production during however long it takes for the old fish to die off. But, yeah, I'm not stressed about something like that right now. Alright, is that the third? It is the third. Okay, let's get our 6-ray egg. Relocate here. And I can choose this now. And it's already powered, so it will get incubated, or lullabied rather, to hatch quicker. Still can't choose Slicksters here because I still haven't seen one. So, take a bit longer. Everything's on there, sure. Honestly, we can just sweep everything. Just, the only thing that has to drop is meat and eggs, so they can both be brought over here. And I wanted, well, we'll get the farm up and running first, and then worry about it later. Flight status, you're landing. Yeah, I don't know why you're giving me stuff about flight status. Hey, all the heat that is generated. So again, yeah, we can just, what do we have? We have granite, mafic rock, gold, iridium, nice. We can empty storage, and it'll just drop everything right down on the ground. Do some low priority sweep. Start picking it up. And do I want to try to get some liquid? I could just get all my petroleum, or a good jump start of petroleum here. Which would be nice, I'm not gonna lie. I don't care about liquid sulfur. Isosap would be nice though, as well. The issue is, how big is a... not interior, that's not what I wanted. How big is a liquid tank? Liquid cargo tank is... oh, it doesn't tell me how big it is. I believe it's 5. If I didn't have power inside here... I mean, they couldn't use the orbital data collection lab, sure. The gas pump couldn't run, but I'm not too worried about that. I actually... I don't care if this has solar panels. This might be a mistake, but hey, I'm trying it. Hell, we might not even have enough room. I don't know how tall this actually is. Okay, good. Do it. How tall is it? Does it say? Height 3. Okay. Oh, we could have 1 solar panel. Yeah, we can have 1. Alright. Yeah. Okay, waiting for rad bolts on the engine before we can go back out. Got a blueprint. Gloves. It's always food, or it's always clothes. Always clothes. Okay, this is Lullaby, so 25% per cycle. So in another 4 cycles we'll have our Sixter. I was sure it's something where you could see all critters even if you don't have access to them. I always find that annoying. Similarly, I didn't have Shatter Flaxes previously, and I need to check those as well. Oh my god, I have so many Shatter Flaxes. How many regular? I'm gonna have to get rid of one of these. So 3 here, 3 here. What's the antler growth? Why are your antlers not growing? If they're fed abyssalite, what the hell sort of feed is that? I mean, I can feed them abyssalite, that's not a big deal, but... we're gonna get rid of... Sure. We don't need... Since I thought Shadowflaxes ate pike apples, so that's my bad there. We'll get rid of this one, put a critter feeder there, and put abyssalite in it. See, it says... So they can eat pike apple, but if they eat abyssalite, then their horns grow, or antlers grow. Interesting. I wonder if foxes can eat... No, it doesn't say if they could eat abyssalite or not. Hopefully, the Shatterfloxes will prefer abyssalite over the pike apple. I can't force them to do it, unfortunately. We're just kind of hoping they do. Nice, okay, they just ate. This one didn't. So, okay, alright. They'll eat, it's probably not 100% efficient by any means, but it'll be okay. Up to here, 200 degrees. That's slow. Okay, let's store any liquid and just wait on red bolts here. Okay, we should have enough to go here. Some crew. And launch. And he's gonna... We only have 60 watts of power, so he's gonna not... Oh, gas man. What's in? I don't know if that's gonna do a whole lot, to be honest, but whatever. Alright, I feel like at this point we're doing a lot of waiting. I could definitely work on gas cleanup. I definitely want any carbon dioxide to go here now. But getting all this chlorine cleaned up would be nice. I don't... The bionic side used to have a bunch of chlorine. I don't know where it went. I mean, I'm not complaining, but there used to be a lot of it. I guess maybe a lot of it was just sitting around here, and this gas pump just kind of grabbed enough of it where it stopped being such a big issue. Hey Cozy, how's it going? How's your day been? So yeah, that's the only thing I can think of is the gas pump picked up the majority of the chlorine. Not so lucky over here. We have chlorine everywhere. At least it's Friday, right? It's looking towards the weekend. I know around where I live though, it's not supposed to be real nice until Monday. Monday is supposed to be actually a great day. Scalding. Oh. Meteor showers. I see. I wish I could... I need to, like, make a door that locks when a meteor shower happens, because this is what happens. Something gets damaged, they run around, try to repair it, and get a bunch of scalding messages. I need to make sure I protect this, actually. I'm glad that didn't break my infinite storage. I would have been sad. Labs. Make sure we don't have anything break. this is going to be a pain working over here. We're probably going to give some dupes radiation poisoning. Hey, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. If I'm not gaming, I'm not a winter person. It's winter, well, end of winter right now. So I'm not doing anything like outdoors right now because I don't like the cold. But in the summer months, I golf, disc golf. I ride motorcycles, dirt bikes actually, not motorcycles. I don't have a road bike or anything, but dirt bikes. Yeah, I mean I enjoy hikes and stuff like that. But I'm kind of a hermit, so I like doing things indoors and stuff like that. These need to be steel. Alright, let's protect the infinite storage. And get started. Any water that's dripping down is just dripping to the bottom of my water mess down here, so I don't mind it falling down. It's all good. Slickster, let's go. Let's grow up already. We're about done with our research. Okay, so this guy's mining. Let's see, grab it. Alright, very nice. Why can't I hover over? I guess I can do here. That's just that petroleum, liquid sulfur. Liquid sulfur I don't really care about. I'm not looking for any sort of like graphical packages or avatars or anything like that. But thanks for offering. Alrighty. Okay. Geez, this event is not keeping up. I might have to incorporate salt water. Hey, thanks. I've been playing Action Not Included forever. I'm pretty accustomed to it at this point, which is probably a bad thing because any new viewers coming in, I gloss over probably a lot of details because I'm just like, yeah, I've done this 1,000 times. You know, you just do this. But yeah, I mean, I can definitely work on explaining any more complicated concepts for sure. I can get better at that. I need a cooling solution for this though. I do think we're gonna be depending on saltwater geysers, or this particular saltwater geyser more in the future. Just because I'm watching this fluid water tank not fill up. So yeah, that's something we're gonna have to consider. So cooling solutions. I kind of want to use some nuclear waste, just because it's such a good coolant. We could experiment with that. So maybe we're gonna have to have like a steam room with an aqua tuner and a steam turbine, and then just have a cooling loop run through here and just cool this entire pool of water, so that no matter where we use it, whether it's in the reactor or our plants or our water or our spam, that'd be a nice cool temperature. I think is probably the correct play. Squash fries aren't good enough for the hermit. You need a great quality food. So this is not quite there, unfortunately. So we're just gonna keep saving these charges at the receptor. So yeah, let's do that over here. So we need that. I do want enough room for 2 steam turbines. That's kind of ruining our spot for a ladder back down in. Maybe I just have the ladder down the right side. I don't have a lot of power down here either. Let's pump. Hmm. 66%, not bad. Do I try to get away with a single steam turbine? I'm worried a aqua tuner running 100% of the time won't be able to be cooled by a single steam turbine. Is that true? Doesn't really tell you how much heat a aqua tuner can, or sorry, heat that a steam turbine can counteract. I guess let's just try one. Might be a bad idea, but you live and learn, right? Live and learn. So let's deconstruct this. We're gonna need a ladder down here. So we're gonna need a ladder up here. I'm also gonna need to cool this actually. Let's do something like this for the cooling loop. And then the output for the steam turbine can kind of just go around a little bit. Alright, now we need some power. I don't know where I'm gonna get the power from. I need another large power transformer. Guess I'll probably just bring it down a bit. Get this out of gold. Okay, that's fine. I try to prevent crossing of power wires as much as I can. It just makes your power networks harder to see where they're going. And if it's harder to see where they're going, you're more likely to accidentally overload a wire because you don't know what it's powering and what it's not powering. Alright, so they can get to building that. It's gonna be a minute. Also need bridge. Alright. heat's leaking out than I kind of wanted to. I can do this. That'll help a little bit. And something like this. That way the heat will only be able to escape through where the carbon dioxide is actually transferring, which makes it a little bit better. Oh, I'm gonna need a ladder across here. So they can reach the wire in the middle. How's our rocket doing? Okay. Just under, or just over halfway done. Oh, I also need, almost forgot, sensor, elevation. Do you have any ice down here? I do. Not a lot though. Well, actually, an alright amount. It's easier just to build temp shift plates in here to get the water out than it is to do it the opposite way. To have a liquid drop off. So that's kind of what I was trying to do, or thinking of doing rather. So they built all this, so that should stop any damage to these houses again. We didn't actually get anyone sick either. Nuclear waste, thankfully, doesn't have a very large radiation cloud, I guess. Unlike the reactor, which is nice. So you don't have to, like, it's a lot easier to keep dupes out of the irradiated zone in that fashion. So let's do some plumbing. So do we have water? I'm sure we have salt water laying around as well. Oh, we have salt water down here. We just don't have a pitcher pump. Alright, let's do salt water first, and then water on top. And then I am going to need this pipe over here as well. It's a lot of piping just to fill up a cooling loop. Maybe I do it differently. Maybe I do this with a bottom filler. And then I'll just have a bottle emptier over here. Bottle drainer rather. Sure. It's getting deconstructed. I'm not too worried about how it looks right now. Okay. Thank you, that was very helpful how much salt water you just gave me right there. Oh boy. I'm gonna put one more bottle in, and then I'm just gonna put a full bottle of water, and then I will close this up. waste. Alright, we can close this up. That's our little steam room with a little bit of water in it. Let's make sure we have everything in place first. We got the output for the steam turbine. We have all the piping for the aqua tuner to cool the liquid. We have automation for the thermal pipe output sensor. And that's kind of, I think, all we need. Oh, power. Power we have coming in. It's not connected yet. It's working on it though. Why'd you walk away? You were almost done with that. Alright, how's the miner still going? 80% done, so. And steam turbine. Pipes going out, power's going in. The reason I put this on the power network is just so I don't have to take all the 1200 or 1.2 kilowatts from the main power grid. I'll be able to supplement some power with the steam turbine. So it'll be a little thing. It's not 100% or anything, but it'll be better than nothing. Okay, and that should be once we get the nuclear waste in. Okay, yeah, this is overheating. Oh, sorry. That probably wasn't smart to put it right next to my spam. Just because, actually that was probably a really bad idea. Don't give me more. Don't give me any more. That was not a smart idea. If these gas pumps overheat, I'll just be sad. In fact, what I'm going to do is build a ice temp shift plate to help cool this area back down with all the heat I just introduced into this area. Yeah. I mentioned this previously. The liquid nuclear waste is the only liquid that will leak from containers. So this has a container of 184, I mean it used to be 200 kilograms of nuclear waste. It's leaking out into the, maybe just onto the ground. So that's not great, but they're going to deliver it right now over here. And then it'll empty onto the pipe. It'll be very hot. It's okay, I suppose, even though it's heating up this area a lot. So I want to say if this is above... No, wait, hold on. Liquid nuclear waste. Okay, so I can't go below 26 degrees. So let's just start out at 45. So this is actually technically warming up the pool of water right now. One thing I have to watch out for is if the nuclear waste is ever sitting in the aqua tuner, it can leak out as well. It won't leak out of pipes. Pipes, you're fine. But on the bottle drainer, I mean, you see some of it leaked out already. Yeah, that's just cooling down, you know. Oh, geez, that didn't even cool it down that much. Let's get another temp shift plate. So toasty. Okay, new plan. God, I don't need like 3 bottles. I don't need that much. I need this farther away from my spam. Ooh, principal. Don't want any of those. And we also have our Slickster, so let's make sure not all. Slickster 8. Slicksters are just like many other critters. They require, what is it, 8 spaces? Am I crazy for saying that? Yes. Okay. When they're wild and babies, they don't create a lot of crude oil. I mean, yeah, they create a little bit, but it's not a lot at all. Okay, so yeah, let's turn this up a bit. Let's go 60. Okay, and I'm just gonna move this down a bit. And put the bottle filler down here. The regular waste is down to 76. I mean, it's gonna be at 70. I mean, it's gotta put all its chill into this pool, so it's gonna take a long time. I can close up the pool now, though. And are you done now? No, you're not done. Oh, yes, you are. How are you still gathering? That doesn't make sense. Well, let's select your destination and get you back in your suit. Okay. Alright, cool. Hey, I got a Sandy shell egg, finally. That was gonna be my other option for food was wait, oh boy, why is this outside of the kitchen? Dang it, you know what it is? The spice grinder. I should go over here. A spice grinder is required for a kitchen bonus. So you need a cooking station, which a cooking station is any of these. I guess I'm just gonna get rid of the grill. Can I fit a... I don't think I can. I can't. I need a third space. I guess I could delete the meal wood eventually. The oven is 3,000 wide. It's gas range, rather. So I'd have to uproot the meal wood, which is fine. I'm just doing this for seeds right now. It happened to be a chill place in my base. I guess I could put it up here as well. Oh, and down here we have a grub fruit plant now. The other plant was, or the other harvest was a spindly grub fruit, so it's kind of has 0 use to us. But the grub fruit will be useful to us, so that'll be good. So we haven't been making any fish tacos lately. Not that it matters, we had 1.6 million calories, but it's something. And I wonder if we're getting any glass out of this yet. Yeah, I mean, it looks like all these antlers were cut already. They start at 50%, so yeah, we have 60 kilograms of glass right there, which is nice. It's just extra materials that we didn't have to invest a lot into. What was I doing? I was watching this. You know, instead of making this out of nickel, or I should Should make it out of material that doesn't overheat so readily. Would be the smart option. I'm just not thinking about it. We have 8 tons of iridium now, which is nice. That is gonna introduce a lot of heat in this area. I know. At least I'm getting a lot of chill out of the carbon dioxide vent or geyser. Alright. Yeah, now that it's on insulated tiles, the building doesn't exchange heat with the environment nearly as fast, which is nice. I'm not going to need this building long. Just until I fill up this cooling loop, and then I won't need it anymore. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, because the liquid blob here, as soon as this leaked out, it started exchanging a bunch of heat really quickly. So it is what it is. Alright, so filling up the loop. Oh, rockets back. Let's empty our storages. When you empty the liquid storages, they come out as bottles, which is really nice. So what did we get? We got liquid sulfur, which is hot, unfortunately. It'll freeze into regular sulfur before long. A bunch of petroleum, which is nice, and isosap. 6 tons of isosap too. That's nice. I'm just making sure isosap doesn't like melt or freeze or anything. No, okay. I mean, you can heat it up obviously, but we don't want to. Actually, just sweep that stuff. Sulfur, petroleum, isosap. Nah, isosap can go down here. Yeah, the other 2 liquids, understandable. They can't sweep them up. It's fine. Okay. That's going. I think this is all we're gonna need. So we can deconstruct it. Oh, maybe not actually. Yeah, I do want one more bottle. Dang it. Oh, I didn't deconstruct anything yet, so I'm at like 1 more bottle, and then I'll be happy. The loop doesn't need to be completely full, but I'd like it to be decent. Now that the steam turbine's running, the aqua tuner is getting some of its power from the steam turbine, and then the rest of it from the nuclear reactor. You know, it's just a main power spine. We're down to a balmy 77 still. This is gonna take a while to cool down. I'm not kidding myself. It's not gonna be like instant gratification or anything. Water does have water does have a very high specific heat capacity, which means it holds on to heat very well. So it's going to take the nuclear waste some time to cool it back down. All right, that'll be all. That's all I'm gonna put in. And that should give us a decently full cooling loop of nuclear waste. We're gonna be missing, I think, a few blobs, but that is okay. Yep, just a couple. Deconstruct all this. Alright, also, some pipe cleanup. I don't need this pipe anymore. That pipe's been hanging around for a while, and I've not needed it for a while either. Events. When you're deconstructing liquid pipes, all your liquid pipes across the map will stutter like this. I don't know why. It's probably a programming thing. But just know that there's not something wrong with the pipes at all. It's just your dupes are doing other operations that are affecting the water flow. I want here. I can dig this up as well. And I think this gas vent's in exactly the wrong spot. In fact, I'm just gonna move it over a bit. We're wasting carbon dioxide. Bit of a joke. I mean, technically we are, but I'm not worried about it. This guy will be growing up pretty quick, and then we can start taming this Lixter so we can get some more eggs out of it. I'll keep an eye on this water temperature. It is going to slowly go down, but it's going to take a while, you know. It's a lot of water. So we're starting at 78 up top, all the way over to 84 over here, really. So just, I don't know, call it. We'll look at this tile right here, 77.8. The radiation, though, up here, we're all the way up to 1800, 1900 rads per cycle, which is nice. I'm not gonna make more diamonds for now. I don't need them. I have plenty. How's heat doing? Heat's doing alright. It's getting warm down here, for sure. The nuclear waste situation didn't help, right? We're 152 degrees over here even. This cooling loop will cool it down slowly. It's just gonna take time. I also want to make sure, yeah, our steam turbine's 200 degrees or so. I'll keep an eye on this, make sure this doesn't overheat or anything. We are gaining water, it's just very slowly. This is why I started cooling this water pool, so that if we need to be using it for our spawn, we're not overheating our spawn. The other approach I could have taken was just remake the spawn with more heat tolerant materials, you know, gold, amalgam, or steel. I thought it'd just be kind of nice to show, you know, how to make how to adapt to heat in your base when when you don't want to keep, continually accumulate it over and over again. So I think it's good to know what you can do and what is going to give you a problem later. I'm going to need some sort of vents out here to pump atmosphere into here. Eventually, I mean, once this becomes like a full ranch, it will consume carbon dioxide very quickly. So it'll be less of a, or it'll be more of a concern. Sorry, in the future, I'll have to get more carbon dioxide in there. Okay. Getting some glass. Shatterfloxes are going. We already have a lot of wood. Hey, we finally got more tallow over there because we're out over here. So we're just waiting on this biodiesel to freeze, and then we'll get more tallow over here. It's taking longer to freeze than I thought it would. Yeah, I mean, it is freezing. It's just taking a minute. What is this achievement? Oh, sure, rad bolts. Yeah. Rad bolt traveling. Alright, and this should turn back off the emulsifier, so it will not create more biodiesel. One unfortunate thing is I do want to create a bunch of visco gel. Oh, that does have an output. I'm just gonna create a second emulsifier. I was thinking about like, well, what do I do? Do I disconnect it temporarily and move the pipes around and blah blah blah, and I'm like, nah, it's just not worth it. So let's just have another emulsifier over here. We need a petroleum input though. I need one more tile of space here. That's what I really need. One more tile because I was gonna put a liquid tank here for my visco gel. For now. I guess it's pointless to mop up liquid nuclear waste because it just will leak back out. It bugs me seeing liquid just sitting on the ground like that. Hey, my system works. Alright, gunk's full. Sure. I'll start fixing it. Alright. That'll be fixed for another 100 cycles or so. This is up to 260 degrees. Geez, there. Annihilate the oxygen. Alright, hey, we have a grown Sixer. He is getting groomed, so a couple cycles he'll be groomed, and he'll be consuming a lot more carbon dioxide once they're groomed. Getting a lot more oil out of it as well. Let's start converting this room into an oil refinery. I'm going to need a liquid lock, which is going to be convenient because I am going to use the visco gel that we're currently working on making. I guess I should finish that operation. I'm just gonna quickly do this. I'll put this plant pulverizer back in a minute. And just do this. Just plumb it over here. So we're gonna do this forever. We're gonna put a pretty high priority. We just want to knock out the isosap essentially and get, I don't know, enough visco gel. I don't know what enough is, but just enough. Okay, so we're gonna want a refinery. That's what I'm looking for. With ore refinery, we're gonna do that here. I could run a pipe up. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm just going to put it in a liquid sink for now. So output to input. And this is going to go out down here. I made this insulated pipe, so I don't really care if it's insulated or not. So that'll deliver the oil. We're also going to put automation on this because if the liquid reservoir is, wait, hold on, green signal when it's less than the threshold. Okay, yeah. Because I don't want them to continually make 10 kilograms of petroleum over and over again. That's just wasteful of a Duke operation. Why do these guys never heal themselves? Go heal. Power. Accessory power 480 watts. And this power network is a mess. I can use this line here though. It only has 180 watts on it. I'm also going to need a pump here, gas pump. For now, I'm just going to move it up here because I need to vacuum out the room. But eventually, it's going to be for the natural gas. So this is going to be petroleum. So let's get that delivered. This is high priority as well. And we'll get visco gel. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have a visco gel liquid lock here. Visco gel is nice because it is, well, it's very viscous. So 100 kilogram blobs will actually stack on top of each other. So we'll be able to have a liquid lock here without doing like a weak corner lock like this that can fail much more easily. Visco gel locks can fail. I'm not going to tell you that they won't, but the good thing about them is so long as you prevent other liquid from interacting with them, they won't any sort of atmosphere won't affect them. It won't cause them to fail at all. So while we're producing visco gel, while we're waiting for this guy to grow up, well, he grows up, lays an egg, I am going to use a restroom, and I will be back in a couple minutes. And I'm back. How's the Visco gel looking? 300, that's it? What's taking you guys so long? Oh, Otto's the only one who can do it. I forgot that. It's like an operating task, but it takes a lot of science for some dumb reason. Don't need any of those. Oh, I could already choose blueprint. Okay. Let's choose. Oh, I don't have 50 data banks. Okay, so if you print out doubles, it requires more data banks. Interesting. Probably increases by 5 every time, honestly. Alright, so they are eating, producing oil at a higher rate. Okay, cool. We're just gonna deconstruct this to get the visco gel out. And then I need an updater here. Just take that liquid, the visco gel, and relocate it here so that we can drop it here. It's a very convoluted way, but it is okay. Alright, so once it gets up, so it'll just be a blob until it gets to 100 kilograms, then it'll jump up to the second level. So that is all that we need. We can do this if it's above 0. So this is just vacuum it out. And then we need a... Let's start this pipe all the way down. Start that there as well. So Otto is the only one who can do this, and he's stuck researching a lot of his time. We're not quite done knocking out all the researches yet. Getting pretty close, honestly. We only have three more to go, but that's why. So what is that task that nobody else can do? It's fabricating, sure, but no, it's... There's something else about it. Oh, advanced research. Okay, that's what they need to work this. That's annoying. So let's, for priorities, let's just make operating equal to researching. We have a bionic dupe that can help with research over here. The only research that can't be done is the material study, since that's over on the other side. Oh, we probably have databanks out here now. No, we don't. Databanks do we have? 38. How many databanks do we have total? Oh, none. Are we out? No, we have 224 in there. Alright. Oil will be coming. You can already see the drop in carbon dioxide. Well, I guess not really. It's still 1400. Okay. I think it's just because all of our databanks are inside the virtual planetarium right now that it's not delivering any down here. I don't think there's anything else we really want though. Not even for like future, future thoughts or anything. Do I just plant gas grass, or not plant? Do I just grab a gas grass seed just because? Or a nosh bean? Let's grab a nosh bean. Yeah, it should be sterile and cold, so it is deep frozen. So I'll just leave it as is. Okay, we got Nosh Bean, got Visco Gel, yep. We should be getting more Visco Gel though. Some low priority sweeps. Since we have, or we were deconstructing much pipes. I might grab something I don't want there, but it's fine. We have that grapefruit went somewhere. I don't know where, but it went somewhere. Anyways, what I was gonna do is get this gas range built, make sure I don't have a pipe running through it. Give us power. The only downside about this gas range being here is it's out of range of this auto sweeper, so we won't be able to directly grab materials from here and to put them in here or anything. It is in range of the light, so what I'm going to do is just have a temporary refrigerator. Actually, let's not do that yet, because we don't have natural gas yet anyways, so I don't have to jump the gun or anything. We're getting close. We have 0.1 kilograms of crude oil. That's funny. Alright, what's temperature? 280. Oops. Oh, what's the temperature of this water? 71. Okay, this went from, what was it, 78? 78 to 71, yeah, so it's still like 200 degrees in here. One of the complicated parts is it has to cool down the steam turbine as well, so you're gaining a degree of temperature just from the steam turbine alone before you can put the rest of the temperature into the liquid tank. But hey, I mean, hey, we're cooling down, right? We knew it was going to be a process. We have 81 cycles, so we have plenty of time. Okay, let's vacuum now. Now we're going to do if it's above 500 grams for the natural gas. So we're going to want to deconstruct this. And we want it to go this way instead. I think I'm gonna drop backwards. Actually, I think I might go down through here. I think it makes more sense. So these pipes are all up and through. Alright. Bridge. Okay. That looks okay. Plastic, we only have 6 tons. Pretty horrible. We are getting petroleum in, so we could definitely switch this over to petroleum as well, and get a bunch of plastic that way. So anything we don't want to be Visco Gel. That we can just have into plastic as well. Alright, got these. Goes through. Okay, blueprint. Oh, I already have this ceiling light. Man, one time it's not clothing, it's ceiling light I already have. Oh wait, no, hold on. Actually, maybe not. I was thinking of flower pot. Ah, this. I wish the gases went left, not right. Do I not? So did I not have that light? I don't know if I had this light or not before, I'll be honest. I could put some lights here. Be nice for the duplicates to be able to see. Yeah, it's fine. This hermit's requiring a lot of effort. A lot of effort. Okay, now that we have access or this grill built, you can go through and see what is available. I could have probably chosen an easier food, to be completely honest, but hey, mixed berry pie, that's what we're going with. Wait, surf and turf is great? Oh my god, that would have been so easy. We have barbecue, we have fish, right? We just have to cook a fish real quick to get cooked seafood. Well, I've made my commitment, I'm sticking to it. Curried beans, that requires tonic root, which is a pain to get. Tonic root is honestly the worst ingredient in the game to get, I think. And the curried beans isn't even a very good food because of the hot stuff buff. +3 athletics is really nice, of course, don't get me wrong, but the +1 sneeziness and +5% per cycle are just straight debuffs, right? So I don't know, it's weird. Okay, tofu, I forget how to make tofu, I'll be honest. I've made it before and I just forget. Oh, it's made in nosh beans, that's right. So nosh beans, water, gets you tofu. Nosh beans are probably one of the harder plants to grow. They require a cold environment with a pretty small temperature range, 0 to -25. Require dirt and ethanol. So it's probably one of the harder ingredients to get. Frostburger. Frostburger wouldn't have been that hard to get either. The frost bun we can make with megafron grains, so we have that. We have a lettuce. I think we have lettuce around the, like lettuce seeds around or waterweed seeds rather, around the map. So waterweed is pretty easy to grow. It just needs to be submerged in a liquid, and it does take bleach stone, but we have bleach stone, so wouldn't be that hard. So frostburger would have been easier to obtain than mixed berry pie. Anyways, we're going mixed berry pie because I don't know why. Yeah. So we're on our way to getting grub fruit. In fact, 78%. I need to do this forever. And Avagro figs we have laying around here, right? And megafrons we can get from over here. So we have everything that we need. Megafron grains are inside here though, so I might have to grab them from the refrigerator real quick. But we don't have natural gas yet, so I'm not immediately pressed for that to be done. I want low to be 20 and high to be 80. And then all of the extra petroleum, I am going to probably dump into this, whatchamacallit, this polymer press. Let's see, 288. under 70 degrees now. It's heating up this area pretty good though. We're finally getting a small backstock of water. This is our last bottle of petroleum. I think so. Alright, that's fine. If you did heat up the slicksters more over 100C, they would become molten slicksters, which are nice because they eat carbon dioxide but excrete petroleum directly. So you don't have to go through the oil refinery in order to get petroleum out, which is nice. But in our very specific case, we actually want the petroleum. Alright, one more research done. That gives us a data miner, which can produce databanks, which is nice. But it's more efficient the colder it is. And we can't, and when I say the colder it is, I mean like really cold. I mean like negative 200 degrees Celsius. And we don't have anywhere that cold on the map. I mean, one of the colder areas we have is like negative 20 over here or so. That we're actively cooling, I should say. Which is, you know, that's nice, it's something, but negative 20, for the amount of power you're putting into this, you'd be getting very few databanks out. It doesn't actually say it's more efficient the colder it is, which is weird. Normally, maybe if I go to the database, it'll be more specific. No, not really. Yeah, you provide plastic, it gives you databanks out. So the same thing as the orbital data research lab, but you can use it on a planet. The issue is, if it's not very cold, it's a very inefficient building. I can continue research. Well, I guess we're not rockets out. Hydrogen rockets. That'll take us a minute. Close to laying an egg, not really close at all. Alright, 68 degrees. Rad's up here. 2000. Alright, so our Red Bull engine's about full. Oh, I got rid of the plastic here, that's why. I was like, why aren't they delivering plastic? It's like, oh yeah, I messed up. So we'll send them back out to get more iridium, I guess. in any case, we need more data banks. So, so let's just go here and let's accrue. Get him launched. What you can do with rocket exhaust is also capture the heat for more, power, stuff like that. Probably pretty smart to do, to be honest. Alright, I think I'm gonna cut out early today. I apologize for the shorter stream, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut out. The things I want to still accomplish, I need to obviously have this gunk boiler come up to temp, and start using it. My plan is to take this crude oil as well, and to limit it to 1 kilogram packets, and also feed it into here. So this will be a gunk slash petroleum boiler, which I think will be cool to see how the interaction works. I think it should work. I don't see why it wouldn't. So that way we'll get petroleum out, also get some sulfur, but get petroleum out is the main thing, so we'll really be able to ramp up our plastic production, which will be nice. I'll be able to retrofit the rocket up here with proper, with a better engine. Over on this side, I don't know what else I want to do. I think I have most everything I want covered. So I think I might start preparing the side for traversing the map. Do some exploration, do some planet colonization type of stuff. I think that's what I'm going to start doing over here. What the holdup will be is long-term sustainable food. Our fish tacos are great right now. They give high morale, blah blah blah, which is very nice. But they will spoil, even if they're refrigerated, even if they're in a sterile atmosphere. The only way you can keep them permanently is in a deep freezer. But in a rocket, you can't really. There's nowhere for a deep freezer to exist, unfortunately. So, if it's in a refrigerator, then you're gonna get eventually the food's gonna spoil. And with colonization missions, they tend to be much longer term. We're talking 30, 40 cycles. You want to be able to stay on a planet before you have to come back home, because if you're going back and forth too often, it's just kind of a waste of time. So, the spice grinder can help out with this a bit. You have a freshener spice, which is some mealwood and some salt, and what this will do is reduce the spoil rate of foods. So I'm going to do some research in the background. Like if I use this freshener spice on fish tacos, like how long will they last, right? Versus if I use this freshener spice on like pickled meal, how long would that last? I believe spiced pickled meal lasts for like 50 cycles or something. But I'll have to do some research on it as well. I don't want to start down a path and realize it's the wrong path to go down. So I have grubroot in here, Avagro figs. So starting next episode, I will grab some what are these called? The Megaphron grains, and make the mixed berry pie for the hermit. Get him recruited. Yeah, so that'll be what you can expect next time. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Enjoy the weather if it's looking nice in your area. And I'll catch you Monday. Peace.